Hey guys, it's iDavis from the Czech community and welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about evolving buildings and set buildings, which are the well-known types of the event prizes. So take a seat and subscribe to our channel so that you always keep it up with latest news from Elvenar. Evolving and set buildings are particularly interesting buildings, which can be obtained from the events that are taking place in Elvenar on a regular basis. These buildings work in a slightly different way, compared with the usual buildings that you might find among daily prizes or other event rewards, as they offer some special features and possibilities for you, which might sometimes make them really standing out from any other building in the game. Almost every event that appears in the game has its center of attention focused on the precious building being the main prize. As with the trend of the several previous events, such a main prize is very often the evolving building. The initial sphere of this building is required to obtain before you get into evolving its full potential. Such a base of the building is usually offered in a very early stage of the event, for example, within the first milestones in the event questline. Once you place the first stage of the evolving building in your city, you are ready to keep evolving this building further and further and increase the productions that the building has to offer. Each evolving building can be evolved up to 10 stage, while each following stage not only increases the productions, but might also bring some new types of productions what the building makes to be the precious benefit for your city. In order to increase the stage of the building, you need to pay a special resource, the so-called artifacts. As each evolving building has its own spirit, it also requires its own artifact to get evolved. The event that offered you to win the specific evolving building is also the best source for collecting its artifacts, which can usually be found among the main prizes. During the event, you have the opportunity to collect as many artifacts as you can manage so that you get the highest possible output from your evolving building. Keep in mind that the event is considered to be the main source of artifacts, and there is no guarantee that once the event has ended, there is another opportunity showing up. Taking a look back at the previous events, we can usually see a round of Fellowship Adventures, which follows the event a couple of days or weeks after, offering few more respective artifacts to collect, but as always, there is no guarantee of this scenario to happen and not at all of any other opportunity after that. So if you want to make sure to have your building fully evolved, the event is the chance that you can take an advantage of. While you are able to evolve your building with the artifacts to higher stages, your building is still keeping its chapter, which is the same as the chapter that you won the building in. This is where we get into the difference between evolving and upgrading your building into higher chapters. As any other event building in the game, evolving buildings also need royal restoration spells to get upgraded to higher chapters. This causes the existing productions of the building on its current stage to keep track with your current chapter needs and requirements. Upgrading the building to higher chapters works independently from evolving to higher stages, so for reaching the maximal output from your building, make sure to keep raising both numbers together with your possibilities. Sometimes you might see the sphere of some of the previous evolving buildings showing up within the recipes in a crafting rotation. For a certain amount of input resources, you can craft this building on your own, but keep in mind that you will still need its specific artifacts to get the building further evolved, as keeping the stage 1 building in your city might not be the best idea when it comes to beneficial optimization of your city space. There is one more feature that some of the evolving buildings have to offer. Occasionally, we get a chance to receive a pet in a form of the evolving building. Pets are a special type of these buildings, as for revealing their full potential, they need to be fed. The effect that becomes active once you feed the pet in your city and its impact depend on which specific pet you feed and its evolution stage respectively. Feeding a pet requires pet food, which you can find in the Enchantments tab of the inventory window and which can be crafted in the Magic Academy, where it might pop up as one of the recipes in the rotation. This is the primary source of pet food and can be just very occasionally found outside of it. To take an example of how the effect works and what the feeding process looks like, let's take a look at one of the best known pets from the previous events, namely the Fire Phoenix. You can choose pet food from your inventory and cast the spell on your pet, similarly to casting spells on your workshops or manufactories. The feeding duration of Fire Phoenix is 24 hours, but of course each pet has its own duration, and during this period of time, Fire Phoenix increases the damage of all your units on the battlefield. The amount, being shown in percent, by which it gets increased, depends on the evolution stage of the Phoenix, with a range of 5% on stage 1 and 50% on stage 10. This range and how the effect is increasing works in case of other pets in the game and their unique effects in a very similar way. Set buildings are the second type of building, differing from the usual event buildings we might find among event prizes. The way they offer their special benefits work a little bit different here. You are not able to evolve them to higher stages, even though you are still able to upgrade them into higher chapters using the Royal Restoration spell, but they are getting stronger mainly by connecting to the other buildings belonging to the same set. You can determine the set buildings by the special sign next to them. Let's take a look at the Air Traders set, which we were able to win in one of the previous events. This set consists of 5 different buildings, each having its unique productions. After opening the window of any of these buildings, you will see which type of production the specific building has, and also which productions can be activated by connecting the building to the other buildings from the same set. One of these additional productions will get activated per each different building connected. Aiming for obtaining all the buildings from the set during the event and finding the best layout of arranging the buildings leads to maximizing the output of the set buildings production in your city. Also keep in mind that each set has to be connected to the road, while it is enough if only one of the buildings is connected, in case they all are connected together at the same time. Except for the events, which is where most of the set buildings were to be found recently, you can also spot several pieces appearing in crafting from time to time. After paying a required amount of resources, you can collect all the pieces over time from the crafting unique sets, and this way enrich the set collection by another few pieces in your city. And with that being said, that's what I have prepared to tell you about these unique event buildings, so thank you for watching, don't forget to join by subscribing, and I will see you next time.